I'm Brian Posehn. You may know me from my stand-up comedy or from the TV shows I've been on, like the Sarah Silverman program. I love comic books, metal, and anything nerdy, except furries. They're gross. But that does include Dungeons & Dragons, which I've been playing with the same group of my funny friends for a decade now. So we decided to record us playing the game and turn it into a podcast, and we call it
Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Blaine!
Ken!
Sarah!
Sark! Don't forget Gerry!
Hey, you guys, you just heard it behind the scenes of Nerd Poker. We're all getting ready for the show. That's us. Getting ready. Now we're ready.
Was that Blackie's warm-up right there?
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Hey, I'm Brian Posehn, and you're listening to Nerd Poker, Dungeons & Dragons with Brian Posehn and friends.
Hi, Brian.
Wow, and you got a minute and a half of us being fucking assholes getting ready for the show.
Yahoo!
Pretty special.
Well,
Very special episode.
now that we're alone in this tunnel, I have a little dust from the explosion, so I'm just going to take a quick drink.
Before you get too drunk, let's thank our friend Adam Fry for supporting us this week.
Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, Adam. Are we going to
Thanks,
sign
Adam
that paper?
Fry.
Yeah, we're gonna sign it and send it off to Adam Fry.
Adam Fry. He is a hell of a guy.
He's in Kansas.
Ooh.
Hey, Adam, come see me at Planet Comic-Con.
Oh, you are gonna be at a
I'm gonna
Kansas.
go.
I might do that one too. I'm
Yeah.
not sure yet. I'm trying.
Do it!
All right.
Thanks, buddy.
Where's a good place to keep up on where you guys are going to be? Twitter feeds? Or
Yeah, that's the best
Yeah.
for both of us.
They have a United States Post Office mailing list.
I mean, we announce things when they get announced, and then as they get close, we bark about them on Twitter and Facebook too.
You guys don't own bestdeadpoolever.com?
I have GerryDuggan.com. I don't do much to it. I just hang my Tumblr there, but there is another Gerry Duggan that wishes I wasn't such an idiot. Because she's like trying to sell real estate, I think, and like, you know, it's like when you Google Gerry Duggan.
What if she looked just like you?
Yeah, it's like Split at Birth.
Oh my God, it's like an Adam Sandler movie. Except I'd watch it. I'm kidding, of course.
I still would not watch it. Good times. We left off last time by destroying a tunnel.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Tactically destroying it for
Yeah, you guys-
reasons that benefited us.
You intercepted a tunnel dweller's improvised explosive device.
I hope it's not long-form improv explosive device. Jesus.
And you guys moved past the area that it looked like this sort of man rat thing was trying to drop
direct
the tunnel
hit
in
on
front
its
of
scalp,
you.
by the way.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, come on.
You nuked it. And then you blew the tunnel up behind you, which I think is pretty cool idea, because now
No one's going to follow us.
Yeah, at this moment, until they figure out that their little demolitions expert is the cloud of dust filtering through the bottom of the pit.
They may not ever
explosion.
figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just more dust.
They may. Although
We
it
may have
didn't
fucked
seem
your
like
whole campaign down here. How about that? You cornholed it.
you might have. You've done it before. It didn't seem necessarily like this was meant to kill you, though.
Yeah,
This
they
was
wanted to
definitely meant to
redirect us,
block
yeah.
you and push you back. So, as far as they know, you are up in that tunnel still, bummed that you can't go forward and probably making your way back to the.
But then we don't
main
have much
intersection.
time before they realize the ruse is.
Right.
Yeah.
So we should double time it.
Let's do it. Let's quick time Harch.
Okay. Yep, and you guys, stepping over huge chunks of ceiling and stone wall, moving down the tunnel. You guys haul ass.
If any of us could do a Bruce Willis impression, now might be a good time to say that this place is going to need a coat of paint and a shitload of screen doors, but unfortunately none of us can do it. none of us, especially our DM, can't do a Bruce Willis.
No, I can't. Okay, I can't. Oh, Ken looks like he's got one on deck, though.
I watch. Jerry knows this, but every year, my tradition 2 days before Christmas and then Christmas Eve night.
I already love it.
Is to watch Die Hard 1 and 2.
Yep.
And wrap presents for my wife or whoever else I'm wrapping.
Tradition ever.
And I'll watch both those movies, and then I'll watch Lethal Weapon and Gremlins and Christmas Vacation. Those are like my 5 Christmas movies.
And then Christmas is over.
But Die Hard has now been ruined. A movie that I've fucking loved for 25 years now has you assholes in my head as I watch the movie.
Yeah. Well, then maybe the impression's not so shitty.
You ruined Christmas, is what I'm saying.
You've also ruined Moonlighting with your Sybil Shepherd impression. Why don't you lay off Sybil Shepherd for once? I'm sick of you Sybil Shepherd haters. You hear me, Sybil Shepherd haters?
Every time
a bell rings.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis gets his hair back.
You know, I take a little bit of pride in that, Brian. I'm not sorry at all.
Come out to the coast, you'll have some laughs.
That sounds like Dave Rath.
Oh.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. It sounds like Jill from Jack and Jill.
Oh, yeah. Well, Dave Rath is people
Dave
making
Rath
fun of doing a Sandler voice.
Rath, Sandler, Apatow,
Yeah.
Triumvirate, Ed Wynn.
20 years ago.
All right, so while you guys are moving down this destructed tunnel,
I'd love to find another barrel.
Yeah, you keep an eye peeled because you, having seen the effects of that one, you definitely don't want to be in the tunnel.
No, we
near
definitely
one of those.
want to get one though and surprise attack someone with it.
Trondor says that this segment of passages that has all the shafts connecting to the lower levels is coming to an end, though. So he says he anticipates not having to worry about another ambush, at least of that nature.
Should be heading back up soon?
Shortly. No, I mean, you're not getting too close to Glinishmore yet, but this little segment of tunnels is ending. He says it opens up a lot, so you'll be able to have a clearer view of stuff around you, and you'll be able to sort of
We'll be able to see
mobility,
the exploding barrels before they hit us.
And sure enough, another hour of walking, and the passage you're in just stops, and it opens up into what looks like a natural cavern. It looks like this tunnel was dug into the side of, and spilled out into the side of a much larger cave. Up above on the ceiling, you can faintly see stalactites hanging down, and there is a path, sort of a smooth path worn through where this passage sort of continues in spirit. But you could, at this point, you can hear the faint dripping of water somewhere, and this is a full-on big, big cave system. So you're not committed to the path. You could break off, move left or right. But there's stalagmites and pieces of rock, and now you're in a sort of a natural formation.
And how high is the ceiling in here?
Just at the edge of your lantern, so like 45 feet. You can just see the edges of the stalactites hanging down. Trondor moves through this pretty confidently, so he just keeps he trucks right out the door and right down this path. He says, keep your eyes peeled, but at least now we have, if we need to, we can scramble in a number of directions. Wiggy's up in front, snortling and snuffling and trying to determine whether or not you're on the right track. And you hear like a metronome. You hear this water dripping, and it almost gets. It's somewhere off to the left, but it's very consistent, and it's very obvious when a good chunk of the way into this passage when the dripping just stops. So the sound of the drop just ceases. And it's so loud in here that single sound, it's like immediately you guys are all, like you look at each other and all sort of acknowledge that you just heard that. And you wait a couple beats and You don't hear the...
I swing. I detect evil around in a radius. I turn around.
All right, so
in every direction.
Other than Damien...
I keep him at
nothing.
my back. So,
okay. Yeah, so you throw out some sonar flashes, but you don't get anything within the 60 feet.
Right.
Something moved under it. It's dripping on its head now.
I just waved to him from behind him.
I can detect waving, right?
A 40-foot radius.
40-foot radius.
Detect a dick. All right, so you, Trondor, he looks, from one of you to the other, and he sort of is like, shall we? And starts double timing forward. He's pretty committed to trying to get you from point A to point B as quickly as possible.
Sure.
Which makes sense so far, because you're not sure really what you're dealing with yet. But as he starts moving forward, you guys move maybe 30 feet, and you're 40 feet. You're in full-on, hustle mode. You hear the water dripping start up again, way off
Something
to
passed through it.
the side.
Mm-hmm.
So moving now through the stalagmites on the floor, it's almost like you're in a forest. So there's sort of tree trunks where they connect to the ceiling, and instead of shrubs, there's waist high and head high chunks of rock that are piled up. There's space enough to move in between these things, but it almost looks like you're in a stone forest. And you see up ahead, there's a wooden structure or a framework, and as you approach it, you see that it is a really rickety-looking bridge that spans a chasm that cuts through the middle of this thing.
I better take a drink just for steadiness.
The bridge is not. It doesn't look like. It's not like a Temple of Doom status. Shady. It looks like a functioning bridge, but it is the fact that it's wood and you can hear it sort of creaking as you test the beginning of it. Just a little off-putting. It's only about 50 feet across, and it's not a rope suspension style thing. It's like beams and cross beams, and it runs the length of this.
One at a time, you think?
Let's take it one or two at a time, and when we get across, you burn it.
All right.
Right.
We're not coming back.
Very faintly, you can hear the sound of rushing water, way down below you. It looks like some river has spent the last 1,000 years cutting this cave in half.
And there's a guy hammering about 2 offices away.
I'll
Adds a sort of a Mines of Moria
Plaintively.
touch to it.
I'll cross the bridge and put my back to the bridge and watch for any approaching shit from the other side.
Okay. All right, so you take the first step onto the bridge. You've got the hands on the handrails and everything, and you don't waste any time crossing it. And the bridge creaks and groans, but it doesn't feel like it's going to break. You get to the other side. The path that you're on continues through this, this cave forest up ahead of you, and turning back, you see the rest of the group waiting to see if you
I give him
eat
the
shit on
thumbs
the
up.
bridge. All right, who's next?
I'll go.
All right, so Mildred, you hustle across the bridge. It only takes, you're only on the bridge for maybe 12, 14 seconds. But it's still just like you guys at this table are. Your characters are anticipating something going wrong because you recognize that this is this would be a spot to interrupt your movement. But you get across the bridge just fine.
I'm going to fly.
Okay.
Well, and I'm going to run
Wait, you
across.
can-
And I'm also going to have
As he
a.
flies,
I'm also
I'll
going to
run.
go up there with a little rope around me, and I'm just going to. I don't know why I didn't do this in the first place. I'm just going to kind of walk over as a little safety line, and I'll also be able to do some recon if we need to.
You're gonna fly over and
I'm gonna
bring
be like
trail a rope across.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna be
Cool.
a safety guy.
Okay. So you do that. Let's go.
I'm going to walk across while he's doing
Last,
that. Might
yeah,
as well,
yeah.
because it's not going to take any more weight on the bridge.
Okay.
Trondor's last.
No, I go before him.
So yeah, that'll be you and Trondor, and you're going across as
Yeah.
Okay. So then, as you're crossing and as you're flying, let's do earmuffs real quick. Except not you, Blaine. All right, you, Blackie, as he's flying and sort of unspooling the rope behind him, he vaguely hears up above him, near the ceiling, the creaking of a rope being drawn taut. And you have basically like a moment, you feel like you have a moment before whatever just drew that rope taut happens.
I'm grabbing.
All right, hold on. Now you can unearmuff.
Who's on the bridge?
Bart.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of grabbing him by the collar, and we're hustling to the other side.
Okay. So halfway across the bridge, Blackie, unwinding rope behind him, swoops down, grabs Bart as good as you can. You sort of reciprocate, not knowing what's going on.
Pick up the pace.
You can't lift him. The flying could lift him, but I don't think you physically could. But you sort of grab and hang on, and it's sort of a hustled fly drag.
Like being escorted out of the spearmint rhino for not being a gentleman.
Exactly. And as you're holding basically the end of the rope that is connected to Blackie, or no, you're not?
Yeah, I was.
You're just sort of hanging on to the end of it, and he's just unspooling. So as you see them sort of flying, dragging across to the end of the bridge, out of nowhere, a huge slab of rock connected to some line swings like a pendulum out of the ceiling. And for a second, you're not sure if it hit them or not. And as it smashes through the bridge and swings up, you can see that they did actually they've drugged themselves. Bart is laying on the other end of the bridge, looking back, and this huge rock sort of reaches this peak swing up again and pendulums back through.
So much for the tactical advantage.
So now you, Trondor, and Wiggy you're glad no one was on the bridge when the rock hit, but the bridge is pretty busted.
Cast fly.
How wide a gap is that?
50 feet or so.
We could do. Our ropes are 60 feet, aren't they?
I also have levitate. It might take a little while, but I can.
Yeah, we should.
I
Get
can
everyone
take people over as far as my strength will allow. My strength is only 11, but I might be able to get.
Levitate's good though, but if you levitate a shield, you can put everyone on the shield and then bring everyone across much faster than.
That's pretty much the
levitate.
Right.
Yeah, I mean we got to have, or even levitate a. Is there a
piece
rock
of wood
around
or wood
or a piece of the bridge?
It should be something light enough so it doesn't eat up too much of the levitate weight limitation. But yeah, you could do a piece of wood and fly people across. You could also do safety lines.
But let's do it fast because I don't want to keep moving.
Yeah. So as you guys,
I don't weigh very much.
as
Eating bores me.
the sort of rock, the huge swinging
good
rock.
roleplay.
Is so heavy, it's basically stopping its swing now, and it's just dangling right there in the middle.
I wouldn't suggest scrambling over it either because it might just break.
Do we need to just break the rope holding it or whatever? How is it suspended?
Just rope. Yeah.
Should I burn it?
After we go through, yeah, why not?
It's not in the way? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
just
then
in case we need
I
it.
don't care about it.
So you're gonna levitate an object like a chunk of wood or something?
Yeah. Nobody has a shield, do they?
Not in the.
It's attached to my body. So.
Yeah.
If anybody has is there a tarp, kind of a cloak or something, or do a flying carpet thing?
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple robes in play. You do. You could also do like even a plank, and they could just like life vest it across.
Wait, so there's wood
broken off from the
we can
bridge,
just lash
probably.
them together.
Yeah. Okay.
Grab something from the
Levitation
bridge if
raft.
there's anything.
So moving quickly, and because this isn't like too critical, we won't do like a rope use roll. You just lash some of the boards together. You levitate the sort of miniature platform, and then send it drifting back across the chasm to Trondor, Wiggy, and Damien.
And I can just fly it back and forth,
Right.
tow it and stuff.
Yeah. You're going to tow it like you were,
Okay, so you do that. You've got your elf ears tuned to the sound of any possible further traps, but this looks like sort of a one and done. This was like they can't have
like a
tied up
booby trap
another
or
big
something,
rock
yeah.
like this.
Yeah, and they don't have another bridge.
So you levitating very carefully across on this little chunk of wood, Damien. Blackie flies it over to you, and then he can tow you back over. I just want to make sure that's good.
Yes,
Down.
I'll step onto it.
Trondor holds Wiggy like a big, giant, weird, heavily jointed mutant baby. And you guys successfully tow each other back and forth across that. It looks like a platform in a Castlevania game floating over the... So you're now on the other side of this chasm. You don't hear anything further up
Thanks,
there
Blackie.
Well, you're very welcome.
as far as like activity or something moving. Whatever it was is either silent or gone. But you now have the gap behind you. So
The bridge-destroying stone must have certainly taken care of those intrepid adventurers. Let's return to our lair and enjoy some sports drinks.
What's happening?
That's what the bad guys are saying, you guys.
all right, so Trondor.
They don't know we're not dead. That's our secret.
I think they do.
At this point, they might, unless if that thing was triggered, they do, or no, if they released the rock, they do. If you
It might
triggered
be-
it somehow on the
yeah.
bridge, then they may not still
The
until they
rock.
find the bridge. But
Dwayne
We're
Johnson.
almost
all
killed by
right,
a
so
huge Dwayne Johnson.
you guys are leaving this chasm in the river, and you're moving forward.
Yeah, fuck that thing.
Getting out of here. Okay.
Yep. Do you want to burn the rest of the bridge, or is it not worth
Nah,
burning?
it's broken already. All right, fuck it.
You could drop the
I'm
rock.
not gonna waste my. I don't want to waste my.
Yeah, drop the
Does
rock.
that
They can
count as an
probably re-
encounter? No,
No,
really.
no,
Okay,
no.
I'll blow it then.
All right.
Bet.
All right. Bart breathes a stream of white blue dragon fire over the rope. And the rock it almost looks like it vanishes. It falls so quickly. There's a ding, the rope. And it's not like super far, like 5-6 seconds. You hear like a crash as it lands in water in the bottom of the canyon. But you guys, ever vigilant, move forward. This time...
If I'm going to be relearning stuff if I need to, so as we're moving along.
Okay. And you can do that too,
Yes.
Brian.
I'll relearn chant.
Okay.
Learning chant.
So moving...
Learning chant. Learning chant.
Oh yeah.
that's how I picture it. Oh, there we go. There's that soda.
I also relearned my eye rolling.
Moving through this sort of stone forest section, you guys with infravision, you start to notice, and this is sort of odd to you, Blackie, because you don't hear anything, but you start to pick up, just at the edges of your infravision, you start to pick up forms, just flickering between layers and layers of stone formations, but something is definitely moving in parallel with you. You can't tell if it's just a little cave dwelling creature or if it's one of the bad guys, but the assumption is that it's
And I can't hear
one of
them.
these. But you don't hear anything, which is a bit unsettling, because you could hear you could even hear clothes rustling against themselves. So every time you turn to look, though, it's just like a memory. You can't see anything lingering there. So
That was beautiful.
oh, thank you.
Scattered pictures.
Like tears in the rain.
At the corners of my mind.
So yeah, Trondor is, he also sees these things, but he's like, we've got to get going. This is not a good place for us to be. He's like, we're almost up to the sort of the main body of the mine, where we have a lot more options. So far, it's been pretty much one path. So he's hustling through here. And behind you, as you guys are reaching, or according to Trondor, as you're reaching the edge of this sort of cavern, behind you, somewhere way in the distance, may not even be in the cavern that you just traversed, you hear a distant explosion. And you're not sure what that...
Behind us.
Yeah, way in the background, just in the...
They may be tunneling through our debris.
It's a cannon, and the ball should be here any second.
Well, if it's FedEx and we're not here, it'll try to hit us tomorrow between 10 and 5.
That's right. So moving forward, you hit the end of this cavern, and you see just like cut right into the side of it, the arched ceiling, like almost like a doorway, and the tunnel, similar to the one that you entered the cavern through, just continues right on. Like they just built this little highway right through here. It's pitch black, other than your lanterns and your heat vision. And as you approach the tunnel, all at the same time, because it was sitting silently, you guys see the outline of like a gigantic like rat, hunched over rat with sort of vaguely man-like legs. And it seems like almost like it's nodding off.
I hate you.
It seems bored. It's leaning on a spear with a stone tip, and it's just sort of like slouched there, and it's sort of playing with pebbles. And you guys all enter each other's vision at the same time because Trondor and Wiggy pull up short, and the pebbles stop being played with, and there's just that awkward moment
right before we shoot John Travolta on the toilet.
Yeah, where we roll to see who goes first. So let's do that.
I got a 17.
Jerry rolls 17 initiative.
I'm feeling very limber and ready to shoot all kinds of stuff.
What was your initiative?
I just rolled a 20 now, but I rolled a 9 before.
Okay, all right. A 9 for initiative. Okay. And Damien?
What am I supposed to do?
He's
well, you're supposed to do your homework, but I guess it's a little late for that, isn't it?
We got to get him on the initiative roll here. Let's see what we got.
I'm warming something up, but I don't need to tell everybody about it. 3.
All right. And
that's a magic number.
This
yes, it is. It's a magic number.
That's what you said.
There's no way that he could possibly beat a slightly inebriated Sir Richard to a bit of business. A guy who's sitting there leaning on his spear.
I have absolutely no fear of Ratman.
And his role reflects that. So we're gonna go Sir Richard, followed by Mildred.
Maybe. We'll
Does
see what happens
Thunderlock
after
take care of this rat boy?
Followed by Blackie.
1984.
Then the man
If only
rat.
there was a device that would tell you.
I think that device is being used to check the reference right now.
Some sort of
Across the
instantaneous
world.
information database.
Boy.
Okay, so Sir Richard, you're up first. Initiative roll serves you well.
3.
Is this with the glove?
I was going to hit
The
him with the
gauntlet?
spear. The ice.
Oh, the ice. Okay.
86.
Ooh. 86, the Rat Boy.
Okay, so you thrust a hand out, and there's just a flicker of terror in the man rat's eyes, and he tucks into a roll, and your ice crown created ice spear just shatters itself into the wall, like right where he'd been sitting a moment ago. Mildred, you're next.
Okay, a two-handed sword.
And Sir Richard, by the way, just rolled a .28.
12.
All right, 12, and this is a
Holy
two-handed
shit, Rat
sword.
Boy had had a crazy cast.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Do you remember?
I don't know if I...
Fucking
12.
Courtney Gaines, for one.
is a hit.
Okay. Yeah.
From
Pinocchio.
Yeah, Courtney Gaines, and he's
Children
also,
of the Corn.
Yeah, Children of the Corn. But Isaac, they had games and music. They're forbidden. Fucking Gary Riley from
I did
Summer
one
School.
damage.
It's all right. You're on the board.
John Witherspoon.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy.
All right, so you
Billy
rush
Bird?
up to him.
Bird.
And that was with
This
your
old lady character.
Oh,
actress.
yeah.
what weapon was
Sorry.
it?
It was a two-handed sword.
Two-handed sword. Okay. Yeah. So Mildred rushes up on this guy as he finishes a roll. He's proving to be very dexterous,
Belvedere.
though. So he shrugs off most of your shot. You hit him for 1.
I hit him, though.
Yeah, you hit him.
That's right.
We should break before Blaine does anything.
All right. Did Blaine already roll?
No.
Okay. All right.
And we're back. I wonder what Blaine did.
Oh man, I was researching Rat Boy over the break, and I figure if I roll this, I'll kill him. This is a magic missile, by the way, 17.
Oh, all right. So that's a hit. He's unable to get out of the way of your magic missile.
And they do. I'm sorry. It's sorry. Let me check this out. Hey, Gerry, what are we brought to you by?
Brought to you by sinus headaches. That's what's in my mind right now, and hopefully not in anyone else's. Sinus headaches. Brought to you by the makers of
I did.
NyQuil. It's all a conspiracy.
When I got sick, I was looking up because I was like, I wonder what I have, and so I was looking it up, and then eventually I was led to the
you can't do
CDC
that.
website.
Yeah, where you're dying.
Yeah,
It's Pick a
and it
Path to
shows
Adventure where everything
it's
is
like
death.
10 people died from a
Yeah, H1N5 and H1N1. both
no, from
fatalities.
some rat feces related.
Oh, the hantavirus.
yes,
Yeah.
in
And-
Yosemite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where
That's
you
terrible.
were. Yeah.
It's like looking at the does a kid fucker live near me website
Yeah.
and
the
seeing
kid-
like
And the
the
answer
heat,
is yes.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
heat
as a
map.
matter of
of-
This is like every day as a hypochondriac. Like, I know so much about... I mean, I'm basically like a nurse. Like, I know so much about
Really?
so many horrifying
Yeah,
diseases.
you've lived with.
But also, I can diagnose people successfully. I do it all the time. I can help my friends, like, learn what, you know? It's... But the stuff that's in your
I
head,
have my,
it's a burden. It's
it was
a burden.
very
Yeah, yeah.
disheartening.
I'm sure.
I have my Google alerts and my Facebook set up to kidfucker.com. That lets me know when a kid
As soon as a
fucker
kid fucker moves in.
Even if they're thinking, like if a kid fucker's looking at apartments, I'll get a Google alert.
God.
Wasn't Kid
Technology's so
Fucker
cool.
married to Pamela Anderson for a while?
My name is Kid Fucker.
Oh, is that why he had that kid in his band?
All right. What is
Magic missile, 1d4 plus 1, and I have 3 missiles because I have 3. I have 3 missiles at this level. So.
all right?
That's a 3 plus 1 is 4. That's a 2 plus 1 is 3, and a 1 plus 1 is 2.
All right, 2. So that's 9 damage worth of magic missiles. Bury themselves right into this stunned man rat's face. And that brings us to
Oh, in
this
his
creature.
face, really?
Right into
Still alive?
Yep.
Stupid rat.
He's gonna roll a 6.
Who's he rolling at?
He is rolling. He doesn't make an attack at anybody. He fumbles with something on his belt.
Uh-oh.
And you're not sure what it was or what he's doing, but that's his turn.
Well, I hit him with the gauntlet.
All right, hold on. Now it's Bart's turn.
I hit him with the fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll it up.
I'll take it.
God, I hope you never roll a 1 on that.
17. And
Is that
that's
Fabulous Thunderbirds? Is that what
That was.
Oh,
2d10.
Rapido, I'll take it.
How the fuck do I know that?
I'll take it.
This is going to be
I hate my brain sometimes.
damaging.
I don't know any more than that.
Almost as much as I hate yours.
12.
Okay, so that's
12 Bernies.
10 minus 22. Okay. So the magic missiles go into his face. He fumbles with something on his belt. You're not sure what he was doing. And
Keep on trucking, buckle.
Bart steps forward and hawks a stream of dragon fire across him, and you hear over the sound of his flesh sizzling and popping.
be
You hear a
tasty.
sort of like a tea kettle whine. But he's squirming around on the ground like you just torched John Carpenter's The Thing, sort of. And
great.
he's not dead yet, though.
He's about to be.
So,
But I don't want him fumbling with
He
anything.
must be awful hairless by now.
so if you're working on the thing you're working on, Brian, but if you want that to complete, you're going to have to let your team know not to finish him yet.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean...
It's up to you.
I'd love to get one in, but...
'Cause
Am I
if-
ready?
Well, you'll have to, for your spell to pop, you'll have to wait another couple round segments.
Okay.
But it looks like they're going to kill it before your spell pops. So,
That's okay.
And
Okay.
maybe eat it.
all right. So that brings us back to Sir Richard.
I'm going to just behead it with the axe.
Okay. That doesn't require a roll
Yeah.
because
I
it
figured he's
looks like
prone,
a 6 foot, real fatty slice of bacon on the ground.
We should have killed him on a cronut.
All right, so you go up and you stop the hissing and whining of this thing. You chop off the top end of its burning mass.
Is there any kind of weapon that I need to be concerned about around the midsection? I investigate whatever it was doing with that.
All right, so all the clothes and stuff were burned off. So whatever was on
Sexy.
its belt, as far as gear is gone. The spear was just a wooden pole arm with a carved stone tip. So there was nothing really there. But sort of poking around there, you do find two it looks like two six-sided die.
Do I detect evil on them?
No, but they were made of stone, and they're about they're pretty large. They're like an inch across, square, and they have markings like they're clearly like
Magic.
no. They're clearly just dice.
Rude.
They're actual like dice.
Does he actually roll before he attacks anything?
That's OCD
What a
D&D.
weirdo.
It looks like that's about all other than its teeth. That'll be all that survives the melt.
Do you detect any magic on them, or is that a thing?
I don't know. What's the casting time on
It's
that?
first level, so
Let me see. And you have that memorized?
I do. I'm all ready to go on that.
I wouldn't touch them until we know what they are, and then we should keep running.
Detect magic. Casting time is 1.
This check is brought to you by Yakety Sax. Yakety Sax. It'll get you through a dungeon real quick.
Cat's
okay.
coming in's only got one brown eye. Cat's not going in, it's going out.
You can detect
And now the
intensity of magic.
ladybirds.
Okay. Well, I mean, I just wanted to commit second edition detect magic to memory again there, but you cast it and there's nothing. No return. Looks like a normal pair of stone dice. Or
He's
die.
dead. Let's
Yeah.
keep going.
Keep going. All right. So
Well,
leaving
he's
this
guarding something. So we're on.
Leaving he's a sentry of some type. You continue moving down the tunnel, or you begin moving down this next tunnel, and almost immediately you see light up ahead. You wait to see if it's moving, but it doesn't look like it. But the tunnel ahead of you is, as you cautiously advance, you see that it is well lit. You see a torch, and then you see another torch. And this tunnel begins to sort of wind left and right a little bit. And up ahead, you start to see torch. Now you're in looks like a pretty regularly trafficked area. Trondor's shaking his head and cursing under his breath. He's like, "There's not we're as far from Breck as we could be."
No,
Son of a bitch. And he cautiously is taking you guys through this. I don't know if you want to do anything with the torches, save them, put them out, leave them up, or. But if you wanted to do something like that, you'd have to tell me now. So
I think just leave them, right?
I think we'll leave him, but
okay,
we have enough provisions.
So moving down this tunnel, you begin to see the tunnel has been sort of with obvious rudimentary tools has been widened, and you start to see bits of debris and
recently.
Yeah.
Pardon our dust.
Like it's a sidewalk. There's bits of litter and a worn out piece of robe and all that, like a dead torches below the ones that are lit that have just been thrown on the ground and been replaced. And as you guys move up, you see a cross tunnel, and you immediately see movement, and you sort of halt, and you see one of these rat figures move across from right to left, and then another one from left to right, and then two. You can hear footsteps and stuff, some guttural, what must be their language. But it looks like a regular sort of thoroughfare up ahead that runs left, right. You don't see tons of them. You see the first guy, and then right to left. The second guy, left to right, unless it was a sentry that's doing a march.
We should try to skin a couple and then get on our shoulders and wear them as rat people.
And then you do see two walk shoulder to shoulder back the other way. So you're not sure if you're seeing a busy sidewalk or a few walking back and forth, but they seem oblivious. So
can we take a quick break before we get into it? Cool. We're back.
All right, so
you ought to know by now.
Who needs a house out in Hackensack? Is that all you get for your money?
Is that some Billy Joel shit or something?
It really is.
What's the matter with the car I'm driving?
That. What is that? Some Billy Joel shit? Yeah.
I reckon. Well, I knew the first part that he did was, but I didn't know.
Brian's got a reputation to uphold, Sarah.
I guess. When people start attacking Billy Joel, I get.
Oh.
Yeah, but there's two reputations.
We've
the
never
other
talked
reputation
about him ever?
is to
I've
know
literally gotten
every
in
bit
weird.
of music.
People are so passionate about this issue, and I've gotten in weird fights with people. People.
Let's get in one
But
now.
you're on the other side. You think he doesn't suck?
I don't think this is the time or the place.
Please defend Uptown Girl.
Oh my God!
I don't need to defend Uptown Girl.
Well, no,
It's
everybody.
the best song ever written. No, I'm just
Everybody
kidding.
agrees that that's garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
He was very good up until the Nylon Curtain. That was his last good album.
Yeah,
And then
early.
he-
It's like early Elton John.
I don't go for his early shit either.
It's better.
To be honest, I'm only going to say
with
this
you, but
once,
it's
and I
better.
want this erased. I want this to be the audio Snapchat. But last week, I heard Matt Myra was listening to Glass Houses, and I heard it bleeding through his headphones. I got it on a loop in my head.
I used to
And
like Matt Myra.
Yeah, and a few days ago, I bought all the early stuff on Amazon at Turnstiles and Streetlights
Blaine.
Serenade and Glass Houses, and I listened to it again because I really liked it when I was a kid. And I went, some of this is good and some of this is not good.
Yeah.
I mean, the good stuff is really good. He's a hit machine, but it's whatever. I like it. I like some of it. Some of it I don't. But here Vera said, "You've got to turn that off. I hate his voice."
I love Vera.
Yes, I turned it off.
Is there any like dubstep or trap remixes that I'd be into?
Fuck.
What?
Yeah, I bet there is. I bet there is something
you
even
guys.
worse.
Yeah, the Chemical Brothers redid.
You're gonna give me shit about being like Billy Joel writes good pop songs, and then we're gonna have to do
Hey, you know what
dubstep?
else somebody should do? Somebody should do We Didn't Start the Fire, but for the game, where it's like, Spirit Bear didn't care. Whatever.
I think Patton's working on that.
24/7.
Some maniac.
He was
by the
supposed
way.
to be here this week, and Patton was. Hopefully, we'll have Patton very soon. He's
good.
working on a song "Still for a Marth."
Oh man.
Yeah.
He was the voice.
That's actually Billy Joel's second album, Songs for a Month.
I don't know if anybody knows this, but Patton is currently in a movie that's doing very well. He's the voice of Her. No spoilers, though. It's interesting.
I didn't see the one that he actually is in.
Oh, it was all right. I enjoyed it.
We didn't get a
Mitty.
screener of that.
Yeah.
We didn't get Mitty.
I liked it.
All right.
It's a good take. It's different from the original, but it's a good take on it, I think.
No, I wanted to see it. I just never did.
It's cool that we can keep having this conversation during hour 17 of Nerd Book.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Get to
we're
it.
playing
Wait, what?
D&D.
We
We're not
have 10
these
minutes
people.
left. Let's
Anyway,
make it happen.
10 minutes. All right. You guys are facing right now. You're facing a possibly, at least 4 of these
It's a hot
things.
LZ.
Yeah, there. But there's a busy well-lit cross intersection up ahead of you.
I asked Trondor if there's a way around.
Yeah, and he's already turning to explain if to get around, we'll have to go a significant ways back. He votes that you fight
go
it out.
through.
Yeah.
Sure, let's do it.
Let's go head down there.
All right.
Boy, I wish I had an exploding barrel right now.
Trondor says...
Wait, just a second.
I've got
Just
one.
to be
Rub on
clear,
this.
I don't own any Billy Joel albums. I just suddenly realized I needed to clarify.
Whatever Miss
God.
Billy Joel #1
I
fan.
just feel like
I
in the
went-
scale of badness, when people use him as the worst,
Oh, no,
Not the worst.
Did I say he was the worst?
I'm just saying people do.
I went
People
to
are
I went
Oh,
to a
I've
Billy Joel
got-
concert.
There's worse.
Yeah.
I went to a Billy Joel
Started.
concert at Giant Stadium.
Okay, see,
He played Piano Man at 9:00 on a Saturday.
I like
Get
his
out.
hits, you know?
Right at the
I'm a fan of his,
stroke
not-
of midnight.
I think of
Not
all
to
the
the
people
point of
at this
actually
table,
owning
you're
his
the one
music.
who needs to defend their taste in music the least.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
I'm so glad I was born in California, though, that I don't have to like Billy Joel or Bruce Springsteen.
Hey, fuck you. Bruce Springsteen is legitimately great.
Yeah.
He's no Josh Groban.
You guys are all missing out on one of our treasured poet laureates.
Oh, boy.
Fuck all of you.
I'm from the Bay Area. I'm more into Greg Kinn than fucking
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen.
I love though that like
I have
how
more
many
pride.
how many rat shows did you see? And then it's like I'm
Oh,
gonna turn around and
fuck
take a
you.
shit on Bruce Springsteen.
Leave Rat out of this.
It's getting serious here
Rat
in the
is
studio.
seriously a guilty pleasure. Always has been. I mean, but yeah.
All right, so we figured out that you would prefer to see Rat live than Bruce Springsteen.
And
Oh my God.
speaking of
I think
seeing
I would
Rats
prefer to see Rat
live,
live. Bruce Springsteen.
I would rather have to see Rat every night for the rest of my life than see Bruce Springsteen once.
Bruce put on a hell of a show.
You would
That's
really,
what you
wait a
all
second.
say.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait a second.
No,
Take
no.
a step back
He's
from
a
what
real-
you just said.
I know.
Every night.
Yeah.
Every night only is 2
Gotta
nights.
go
'cause
see
Brian,
Rat again.
Brian jumps from
but
the
I
upper deck
dodged
of the
that
stadium.
fucking Bruce Springsteen bullet.
No, let him work it out, listeners. Just let him work it out.
They all say, "Oh, you got to see him live."
Is Rat going to spin at Electric
You
Daisy
didn't hear
Carnival
me
this
trying
year?
to push Rush down people's throats. I know. You know, when you like Rush or when you like Bruce Springsteen,
Hey.
you should just like him and shut the fuck up.
I was all quiet until somebody decided to do a drive-by on Bruce.
Shots
And I
fired.
better back this fucking car up.
Like, he's no Jethro Tull.
Nobody's Jethro Tull.
maybe
boy.
Neil Sedaka.
How are we friends
Oh, no.
still?
I know.
How?
We were
We
not
hate
really.
each other.
So true. God damn it.
Tonight's episode, we hate each other.
All right, yeah.
Have you heard Pink Cadillac done in dubstep?
So now we know what musician everyone's going to envision the man rats are as they're pounding their skulls into the bottom of the tunnel. What's the plan? Trondor's ready to charge in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
Let
attack.
him.
I'm going to marry Chrissy Brinkley in Drunk Drive.
Humming the strains of Enigma, Trondor charges down the tunnel.
Is that the monk one? The
What? I'm done with all of you.
Enigma?
Enya.
No, Enigma. Yeah,
Enigma
that's from
is
the
the
90s.
monks.
It
Oh,
was
Oh, my
like,
God. Take my headset. I'm done. Yeah, exactly. Well, okay. I can see how you could think it was a monk, I guess.
Bunch of
Yeah.
monks, right? Yeah. That's
Is that
what their
it?
cover art was.
Didn't
I
they
worked
do
in a fucking record store.
Last Train to Clarksville?
The monks.
I found a dubstep Pink Cadillac that has 17 views on
Oh
YouTube.
my god.
And each one of those views resulted in
YouTube.
blindness.
I knew it existed. I just
Fuck you, YouTube. Eat all the dicks, YouTube.
If I play it, I don't.
Did you see that guy eating all the dicks on YouTube?
Yay!
Ah, terrific.
Oh, God. All right,
Can't
Jerry.
beat that.
Jerry, put it down. Jerry, put it down.
All right, let's finish.
All right.
Let's carry Blade around on our shoulders.
Before we go down there, let me just give me a second. I want to take a drink.
Of course.
All right, I'm ready.
All right.
You're getting worse than my
Try.
grandma on Christmas.
We got to get you in a 12 square movement rate program.
Trondor is charging.
I'm with him.
Yeah.
I'm
Charging.
right behind, and
I mean, I'm
gonna
not
surprise
with
everyone.
him,
Yeah.
but if that's easier.
Blackie's cards are maxed out, but I'm going to fuck some shit up.
Question: If
Yep.
I was, I'd have to relearn talk to animals now, right? Even because I never got to blast on.
No.
last rat.
No, you're good. And even if you didn't, we'll just consider in the interim you've been relearning it.
So
just
the
to-
first rat I get close to, I can unleash on.
No. So you have to that casting time. You have to do that every time.
Okay, well I start now.
Okay, cool. Yep, perfect. All right. You guys charge. You move as quickly down the tunnel as you can without breaking concentration.
Yeah, and I'm also kind of holding back till I'm within range.
Okay. And Blackie, what's your plan?
I'm staying behind these front guys, and I'm ready to fuck some shit up.
Okay.
I'm
Sir
still sort
Richard?
of flying. I have some flying time.
Okay. So Richard, what are you doing?
I'm gonna as
Tweeting.
soon as I see him.
He's
I'm
looking at
gonna-
dubstep remixes.
As soon as I see him, I'm gonna hit him with the gauntlet. I'm not fucking around.
With a dubstep remix.
What I'd love to do is put line 2 of them up. If they're two like front and back, I'm
yeah.
gonna try and
Sure.
You're playing.
Yeah, let's group them because I can use that too.
yeah,
Okay. This is like a carnival game, sort of.
fuck them.
And Bart, what are you doing?
I will blow fire on them when I get a chance.
Rushing down. Okay. All right. So we'll say that the dwarves are on point here, and you guys are right behind them in the confines
Sounds
of
good.
the tunnel. So we've got Mildred, and then behind her is Bart, Sir Richard, and Trondor's up front. Okay. All right. So you guys break into a charge and hoping to just collide into the flank of whoever is down at this cross tunnel. And indeed, you catch as you reach the tunnel, and you don't see anybody crossing ahead of you that you could sort of fire over the dwarves' heads.
Maybe we should each pick a direction.
Yeah, why don't you look left and
I'll
I'll
go
look
left,
right,
you go
and then
right,
that
yeah.
way we'll have two bangers looking
Okay.
that way, and we'll have the fighters in the middle.
And then Blackie and Damien, you're sort of moving up behind. You guys get to the tunnel without seeing anybody cross for a moment. So being I just have you on the left. You sort of cast a look to the left, and you see standing with their back to you, and this is you're going to be on the right. So you also see this as you turn the corner. You see with their back to you one of the man rats, and it looks like he's talking to one who's facing you, but for a moment they don't see you because his vision is blocked by his buddy. So you have like a free shot at them. And to the right, you turn the corner, and you and Sir Richard, you and Trondor are facing two more man rat, looks like guards, that are walking, unfortunately not lined up. They're shoulder to shoulder across the tunnel, but they're walking and sort of talking to each other straight towards you. But you caught them all.
You can tap me on the shoulder.
Yeah.
With their.
Well,
Yeah,
I guess
with
I can't suggest that, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you
Where
can look and see, though.
You can
Yeah, well,
tag me,
if we both look,
tag me and
and
go
then just we
say
just
that.
do a do-si-do.
sure.
On
right.
3.
Yeah.
The goal here, by the way, if it's not clear, is Sir Richard is looking for 2 lined up in a row that he can beam, and the 2 talking on the left.
It's perfect.
Work perfectly, yeah. Yeah, we can chalk that up.
I would look both left and right.
And let's not.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, let's not take for granted Bart's training. As soon as he sees the 2 lined up, he's just going to shout like,
Yeah, or tap me on the shoulder. I'll turn around.
Yeah.
"Looks infected over here." Yeah, so you guys hit the end of the tunnel. We'll give Trondor and Mildred the first shot, and then you guys... Well, actually, you'll have first shot because you're going over the back, and then the dwarves and Bart can
I'm
go.
just going to keep walking straight past the...
You launch fire at the 2 that are walking the other way.
Yeah.
All right, here I go. Laying down a 20 with the depleted uranium. No botches. A 4.
4, and I'm looking up...
A 4 is like 4 botches.
Checking one thing real quick. Talk amongst yourselves. See if we have any bonuses.
The first time I saw Bruce Springsteen, I was at Giant
I was gonna say,
Stadium.
let's talk about music we like. What about positivity
We like...
that we all like?
Yeah. Who do we all like?
Impossible.
Who do we all
Is there
like?
one?
Who do we all like?
One artist that all of us.
Probably like
Sinatra?
Pixies or Radiohead or
Pixies,
Beatles or
Radiohead,
Beatles.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah,
Too easy.
Elvis
easy.
Costello?
Elvis Costello is
Yeah.
great.
Nope.
No. Oh, Ken.
Really?
God damn it.
I'd rather read
I
his
shouldn't have put
poetry
that
than
out
listen
there.
to his horrible voice.
I'm gonna.
I came around to him late, but real late.
All right. Now I'm sorry we took a break there.
I was trying to bring it positive. I was trying to think of someone that's more.
That's more of Isaac Hayes, isn't it?
But what about the Pixies though? Everybody,
He's not Tom Waits.
Yeah.
even Sark.
Yeah.
cool.
Even Sark.
Okay,
Yeah, I heard a
Pixies.
dance.
damn
I
it.
heard a dance
I like-
version of Black Francis.
God, I listened to a couple of EDM tracks.
If you can't can't crack a glow stick to it, Sark doesn't want to hear it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Neon only.
It's funny because it's true.
Yeah, if you can't choke on a
Can't walk in
binky,
slow motion to it.
Do you see?
Pretend you're a vampire.
Everybody, he
Do you
used
see-
to do that.
do you-
He told
listeners,
us
do you
that when he first met us.
Do you hear what having a broad horizon gets you in this group of
He told us he would
plebeians?
go to raves and pretend he was a fucking assassin with another
It was
friend.
not a rave, it was a nightclub. And I would role play scenarios at the nightclub, some of which involved me walking
Did any
slow
of those
motion.
end with you getting laid?
yeah.
Wait.
Did any of it end up with a penis?
Most of them.
But he also
Inside.
was
We're at
sober.
extremely
That's
gay
the
clubs.
most important part of that story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
So-
drinking, no
Sober
drugs.
Mormon kid, yeah,
He
running around like a
walk
fucking
in
idiot.
slow motion.
Maybe a sign that the music sucks, where you're like, hey, I'm going to go play a game where I'm slow
motion vampire.
spy.
Most of the
Hey
scenarios,
guys, we're all gonna go down to the club late at night and LARP.
most of the scenarios were set to the World of Darkness games by White Wolves.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It was legit.
I was like, your
Says the guy on the Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
I was like your uncle at Thanksgiving going, no, good. It's cool you have your queer shit. That's good for you, son.
What'd you do when you took your dress off?
Your dad would be proud.
Oh my god. Oh boy. What a bunch of assholes. Oh.
And that's time.
Yeah. Yeah, I really think it is.
That's a wrap.
Do we want to get into the fight right now? I mean, that's we can pick the fight up.
No, that's a natural cliffhanger.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
fuck these guys up.
Yeah, we'll get him next time.
All right,
In slow motion.
we're picking.
I'm gonna listen to a bunch of Billy Joel and get
God,
really
I wish
pumped for it.
I wish you were doing something that was worth telling a tale of those days, but nope.
I'm gonna listen to Glass Houses and get so
Bruce
fucking fired up.
What's the matter with the clothes I'm wearing? Still that your tie's too wide.
I'm gonna play "Only the Good Die Young" at Marth's funeral when his coffin is
Please
paraded around.
don't. Play the Amon Amarth version of that song.
I'm on a mark.
I'm on a Marth. I'm on a Marth.
I'm gonna crack a glow stick open and drop it onto each of your coffins as the dirt falls in.
That'll be useful in case one of us gets buried alive.
Right? Yeah. I'll probably be role playing that scenario while I do it.
I'm on a Marth.
Well,
Okay, so we're calling it. Blaine, or where are you? Jesus. Blaine has a job, so he's not anywhere yelling about his penis anymore.
I'm at the post office yelling about my penis.
Yeah. At Whole Foods.
No, I'm working on At Midnight on Comedy Central midnight.
Yes.
It's a great show. Please watch it. It's a lot of fun.
Funny
What
people
time's that
work
on?
that.
11:30.
And anybody else? Jerry, what do we...
Deadpool the Gauntlet you can download now. Nova
3 or 4 be out?
Yeah, 3 or 4 is out.
Yeah.
Or 3 will be out when you hear this, or 4.
Yeah, I think 4's dropping. And
Nova, Deadpool, buy that stuff. See Brian, he's going to be on tour.
Yeah, I'll be in. Looks like I'm going to be in one of my favorites, Portland, Helium.
Oh, that's great.
Good food.
And Big Ass Sandwiches was going to do a special for me while I'm up there next week.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they're great.
Powell's Books.
And
Powell's Books.
God, it's one of my
I'll
favorite
just go in there
places
with my
in the world.
headphones. I'm going to listen to so much Billy Joel and Powell's Books. Thanks for listening.
To Billy Joel.
This has been an Earwolf Media production. Executive producers Jeff Ulrich and Scott Ackerman. For more information, visit earwolf.com.
Earwolfradio.com